How about now? It looks like the sound was cut out for a minute there. Oof. All right. Okay. How about now? It looks like perfect. All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it looks like the volume was down, but that's exactly why I need to make sure that this is up and running. But with YouTube Live, sometimes I want to get right into the intro. So sorry again, guys. Let me again start all over. This is the Moon Piece Podcast channel. Thank you for joining us today on another chapter review of DanDaDan Chapter 197. If this is your first time joining us, thank you for stopping by. Consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, leave a comment below if possible. Today we're doing DanDaDan. Tomorrow we do Blue Lock. Corey and I just did the newest One Piece chapter, 1151, with Shonen Showdown himself. If you guys want to check that out, please do. Today we are doing, again, DanDaDan Chapter 197, titled Earthworm Go. We are following up on the latest events that's happening up on the plane with Momo, Gigi, Granny Seiko, and the others as they're battling a humanoid typhoon cryptid. We've been here for, what, like a few chapters now, so I'm really hoping that this is one of those chapters where we're finally going to, like, wrap up this battle with the human typhoon. We've been here for a little while now. I'm really wanting to see the conclusion of this. But the last we saw the Kita family, whatever they're called, pull out that worm, treating it like it's some kind of, like, Pokemon. And pretty much essentially shooting ice beam up at this humanoid tornado. So, yeah, hopefully, I just want this plane to land. I want them to get to the temple. I feel like Momo's just been so tiny for so long. I want her to, like, be a character again, especially with people forgetting her now. Nina, I see you in the chat. Thank you for you definitely gave me a heads up about the volume not working, so I appreciate you for that. Thank you for joining the live stream. But without further ado, let's get into this week's chapter of DanDaDan, again titled Earthworm Go. And here we're opening up with, again, the Kita family on the back of this giant worm as it is shooting out these sharks towards the typhoon. Again, I don't know why these people felt like they needed to also hop on. I feel like the lady hanging onto the worm is enough. Everybody else, like, stay seated, put on your seatbelts, get the oxygen mask, strap in, because you're in for a hell of a ride. Couldn't be me. I wouldn't be on that worm. But we get on the next page, and Momo's like, oh my god, wow, it's flying around like crazy. And Gigi's saying, that worm is awesome. Wait, no, it's still the enemy. I probably shouldn't even feel that way. And Momo's saying, I don't get it. It's outside. Why isn't it freezing? And this woman from the Kita family is like, dummy, never underestimate being raised underground. I guess it is cold underground. And Momo's saying, let's get our butts in gear too. And okay, I'm not gonna lie. Now seeing this thing just shooting what is it shooting actually? Because I thought it was just like sucking in like a bunch of sharks and then shooting out the sharks at the typhoon. But this looks like it's like using hydro pump against the humanoid tornado. Oh, you know what? Now that we see the plane again, I forgot that one of the engines is down. It is crazy how this plane is even still standing. Do you see the amount of sharks that are like embedded in the plane's hull and one engine down? I'm very surprised they're still up and running. But yeah, honestly, what Momo and Gigi were doing, appreciate the effort, but that was never going to get the job done. Not with what Granny Seiko had planned and was wanting to do. But yeah, so next page we have the shark slamming into the earthworm, and it looks like it causes a huge shot. Oh no, it looks like another hole was caused by the shark, and now Momo and Gigi are being like sucked away into the hole, and now Gigi's freaking out because Momo's just flying all over the place. Look, you gotta calm down, bro. Sorry guys, my dog is trying to get my attention. He's doing his absolute best. And now we see Gigi hop into... Yo, Momo flew outside of the plane. That's absolutely crazy. So Gigi looks like he goes to grab her, but it looks like he misses. Oh, no way. So Momo was literally tossing and turning, fumbling away, Gigi's eyes black out, and he's just like, Momo, as he's reaching his hand out. Honestly, bro, like, just go after her. Like, I don't know what else you have to do. Like, just go after her. I don't know how you would like let her just like fly away like that, man. Like, come on. So then, oh no way. Then we get homeboy with the umbrellas, Zuma, coming out. He's fully transformed, right? And he saves Momo clean. He opens up that umbrella and catches her like it's a parachute. And he's got another one embedded into the plane. And he's like, Zuma. And he's still blind, so he can't really see. But he just asks Momo, like, are you in? As he closes the umbrella to, like, I guess, seal her in it to make sure that she doesn't fly away anymore. Yo, thank God. I completely forgot that Zuma was there, honestly. Like, he hasn't been able to do anything. And I can't really blame him because, you know, he is blind. But he locked in here. He locked in. Gigi, you must feel some sort of way right now. But listen, man, he's not even interested in your girl. So you don't even have to worry about that, right? But yeah, so Zuma catches Momo, right? Oh, and he recalls the umbrella and is able to just like hold her. And he's saying, Futa, guide me. I don't know who Futa is, but from behind, Zuma gets knocked by a shark. So now Gigi's freaking out and he's like, Zuma. And now Gigi's running forward to what I assume is to catch Zuma. Because he's blind, he's helpless, he can't really do anything. I don't know who Futa is though. So Gigi goes, he grabs Zuma by the hands, and Gigi's freaking out. He's like, oh, where is Momo? And he's like, I'm holding her, bro. Hey, talk to me. And Momo's just like, oh my God, sorry, you saved my butt. And she's just so happy that she didn't get blown away in the airplane. And now the granny from the Kita family is like, hey, how many of these damn sharks do we got to shoot at it? The boys underneath her are like, how many do we have to shoot at it? Huh? How many? This bastard Typhoon's not weakening one damn bit. Yeah, like, I get the plan, but I just don't see it working. I can't imagine. You guys can probably crumble all the sharks up together and do it in one, like, spirit bomb blast. And it probably still wouldn't be enough to take down this, like, gigantic monster. Like, you guys are crazy. But hey, A for effort. So next up, Momo's like, don't stop. All right. And the family's reacting like, she says, don't stop, don't hop, don't shop. And she's like, sounds delicious. Donut shop. That's classic telephone game. So the grandma's like, what the hell are you idiots talking about? This is no time for eating. Mama, the nose. She's like, shut your damn hole, you dumb. Okay, well, I'm glad she's not cursing anymore, because if she's not cursing, then I'm not cursing, and that's bad. But it looks like the nose is inhaling the two sharks, and I guess it's going to torpedo shoot these sharks into the plane. Sorry, guys. My dog is, like, really trying his best to, like, play with me right now. Sorry, guys. I have a corgi. His name is Corgi D. Luffy, and he is an absolute cutie pie, but... yeah, he's not usually this excited on my streams. But yeah, the Kita family is reacting to the nose inhaling these two sharks. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that the body parts are actually able to do something, right? Like, the body parts aren't just there for us to be like, oh, it's a humanoid typhoon, right? There's got to be some reason for these body parts to be floating around in the air. So, boom, as expected, the nasal torpedo blast of these sharkpedos towards the whoa, I gotta do a double spread of this. Holy crap, it completely blows a hole through the worm. And now, oh my God, this family's screwed. They're 100% going to fall. That's crazy. It one-shotted the worm. You know what? It must be doing that because the worm was actually doing damage. You know? Okay, so maybe I stand corrected here. That's 100% what happened. Oh my God, this family. This is why, like, the family didn't need to be there. Now you're all going to die. So everyone's reacting like, oh, great serpent lord, no. Oh, it's hanging on by a thread. Look at that. Oh, I should probably switch it back to one page. So it's hanging on by a thread. You can literally see like the hole is blown through it, but it's still barely connected. And Momo's saying, oh shit, the worm's all torn apart. Granny's saying, how dare that thing harm the great Lord Serpent, a mere goddamn typhoon? What do you mean a mere typhoon? Do you see the size of this thing? Even if this was your previous great serpent lord, it would pale in comparison to the monstrosity that is this cryptid humanoid typhoon. But that is crazy. Honestly, these people, I get the thing is damaged, but you guys need to get back to the safety of the plane because you guys are hanging on barely by the skin of your teeth. All right. I would jump into the plane. So the Kita Granny is saying the bastards jamming sharks up the nose and shooting them at us. That low down, no good, dirty, says Momo as she's reacting to this. Oh no, the worm's floating away. Yeah, what do you mean floating away? It should be flying away. Oh, without the worm, there's no more pummeling the typhoon with sharks, says Gigi. And Momo, locking into action, quickly uses her powers to extend a helping hand to the worm to hold onto it. And she's saying, not on my watch, right? So Momo holds onto it and she's like, whoa. And Gigi's saying, hold your ground, Momo. What do you mean hold your ground, bro? You're the one holding on to her, or at least Zuma is, right? So, but the worm looks mad deflated, right? It literally looks like the balloon popped from the bottom, right? Like, even if you hold on to it, it's dead. I don't even know what the point is in this anymore. What's good, Shade? Shade, do you read DanDaDan? I don't even know if you read DanDaDan. But yeah, Momo's holding on for dear life, right? As this family, if I was this family, I'd be like, Momo, can you please bring me inside? I know you got one arm here, but can you use the other arm to safely transport us to the plane? Because it is only a matter of time before we get blown away. So yeah, the earthworm is still falling down, right? But it looks like Gigi and them are also off of the plane. So they're screaming, right? And Zuma's saying, what the hell is happening? And Gigi's saying, we're no longer on the plane, bro. And now the Kita family's freaking out. They're saying, Mama, we're falling. Help. Mama, help. Oh, sorry, guys. My dog is like right here. Luffy. No. I'm sorry, but no. You gotta learn how to play by yourself. This guy's got so many toys. So many toys. Right? So the Kita family's freaking out. They're saying, Mama, we're falling. Help, help, help. And she's like, shut up, you simpleton. Yo, these people are putting everything on her. These guys need to think for themselves and come up with a solution. They have to be solution oriented, right? So Momo's saying, no way am I letting this happen, right? Because Momo, she's best girl. She's best girl in the whole series. Momo gets things done. So Momo locks in, right? But it looks like the earthworm is sucking in air as it inflates its body. And now we're flying. The great serpent lord is flying. And the woman in the front, the granny's in the front, like, ha, 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 that's the great serpent for you. What fantastic powers it has. So I guess it's, Momo shoved its hand through the great serpent. And now it's kind of using it to like fly through the air. Listen. It works. Oh, and this is a double page spread again. Yo, this guy, the author of the series, really does great with double page spreads. So now this thing is flying through the air. It's like a kite at this point, right? It's literally like a kite. And Gigi is reacting, saying, this is incredible. How are you doing this? And Momo's saying, it's just like a carp windsock. Yeah, exactly. That little flag thing that like takes the air. So this thing is like essentially hollow at this point. I don't even understand this. All right, so now they're able to fly right through the air. But how is it going to shoot anything anymore, right? But you know what? But I love how the Kita family is like giving all of the credit to the serpent. And Momo is essentially manhandling this thing using her telekinetic abilities. So Momo's saying, the worm's effectively a tube now, so I use my power to punch through that. And now she's saying, hey, old bag, pull the head up. And she's like, I just heard the voice of Momo Aya say. She's like, yes, you gotta climb higher. Gigi's saying, what are you doing, Momo? The plane's leaving us behind. We can't toss any sharks like this. And she's like, no, we're good this way. We just need to keep going up to the stratosphere. What? And Gigi's like, that's dangerous. We better go back. And she's like, no, stop. If we don't beat the human typhoon, then we'll never reach Shimane, you know? So in order to beat that human typhoon, but like these people are going to freeze to death if they haven't already. That's what I don't understand. It's like the sharks froze to death. So how are they not frozen to death? That doesn't make any sense. So Momo's saying, oh my God. Momo's saying we have to smash the eye of the typhoon as we get another double page spread. Except this time, it's gorgeous. This double page spread looks amazing. The detail in the eye that we're seeing in the middle of everything, the way the storm clouds are surrounding it, the lightning that's shooting out, this is crazy. Also, if I saw this in real life, it would absolutely take my breath away. I mean, it's fiction right now, and it's still like... Sorry, guys. I've only had one cup of coffee today, and like, for some reason, I'm, like, yawning up a storm. But you know what's crazy? Like, I was just, like, out and about running errands. I didn't yawn a single time. But, of course, like, as I'm over here sitting here talking, I'm yawning. Oh, that's so unprofessional. But, yeah, seeing this beautiful eye of the typhoon for this monstrosity of a cryptid is insane. This is a supernatural phenomenon. But all right, so now they found the eye of the typhoon, right? Can you imagine the size of this thing? I don't know what they could possibly do to get rid of this, right? Gigi and his little Hadoken Kamehameha blast, I don't think can do anything to this. And then Zuma's got like umbrella powers. I don't think he could do anything to this either. Who's taking down a typhoon, right? And then what's Granny Seiko's plan in the great scheme of all of this, right? That woman went to the cockpit to pilot the plane to... I don't know what she's doing, but the size of this thing is absolutely enormous. So, yeah. So, all right. At least now they like finally confronted what you could say is the final boss. Because for so long they were like dealing with the sharks flying through the plane. Now they're dealing with the actual like typhoon. And now they're like going to figure out how to like take out the eye, right? But I don't know what they could like possibly do about this. This was a good chapter. You know, we got to see the earthworm. I want to say its capabilities, but honestly, it was really Momo who was MVP of this chapter, as well as Zuma. You know, Zuma saved Momo from flying away. Gigi did his part too in saving Zuma. So, you know, it was definitely all a team effort. We're seeing that the Kita family is absolutely useless, except for the grandma. You know, that's why she's in charge. She's that girl. But we're still here. We're still making waves with this crew. Like, I really just want them to touch down already, and get to Shimane so that we can like move their plot forward. I feel like the whole fight with the Kita family and then them getting hit by a humanoid cryptid, I feel like it's gone on for a little too much, at least in my opinion. I mean, how many chapters has this? So this is chapter like 197. If I were to go to 190, okay, it looks like 190. We were still, okay, so 191, right? A little bit. So it's been like 6 chapters, right? Which maybe not be too fair. Ooh, sorry guys. So yeah, so we've been here for maybe like 10 chapters. Yo, what's up, Riasat? Welcome to the chat, bro. But like the thing is like I know that they still have to get to Shimane and figure out like how to turn Momo back and how to get Zuma's eyesight back. So I know that that's still gonna take a while too. But it is what it is. This was a good chapter. I'll probably give it maybe a 6 out of 10. The comedy wasn't. There was very little comedy, at least for my liking. The Great Serpent got washed, and now it's essentially like a kite that they're all riding. I would say that the double page spreads that we got here, what with the nose firing the shark torpedoes was cool. Yeah, Shade saying complaining about peak. I'm not complaining. It's just like a slow part, I guess. In this story, but I'm ready for the next one. I would say that the best part of this chapter, and the only reason it's above average, is this like giant eye typhoon in the middle of everything. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, the artwork in DanDaDan, very well done. But again, this is just like a side boss. I wanna. We don't even know who the main villain of this arc is, right? This arc's been going on for a little while now. Not that I'm complaining about it. But I'm ready to like progress the plot forward, because again, guys, we have to remember that Momo's been small this entire time, right? It's been like 20 or 30 chapters by now, and Momo's just been small ever since she escaped from the board game. So I miss her being she's still doing her thing, but she's still kind of taking a back seat as far as like interacting with everyone because she's so small. Shade saying some chapters are needed to move the plot forward, so I get it. Yeah. It is what it is. In order to move, I don't think it's hard to say, because I don't know what can happen in this little situation in order to move the plot forward, unless it's some kind of like character progression for Gigi, or maybe not Zuma, but maybe Gigi, because I feel like a lot's been thrown on his shoulders in this arc, with Granny Seiko leaving a lot to him, especially because Zuma again doesn't have his eyes right now, so he's relying a lot on the people around him. Otherwise, Zuma would be the leading man. Like, Zuma washes Gigi any day of the week. Does he wash Evil Eye? Now that's a conversation for another day. I don't know what Zuma versus Evil Eye, what that looks like. But yeah, this was a 6 out of 10 chapter for me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I don't think there's a break, so I think we should be good. Yeah, sorry again for being a little late today, guys. Again, usually I do DanDaDan at 12. But you can bet your ass I'm definitely doing Blue Lock tomorrow, right at 11:15 a.m., 15 minutes after the chapter comes out. I'm really excited for Blue Lock, even though we're in between arcs right now. I'm still enjoying reading it every single day, every single week. But yeah, thank you for everyone who stopped by to stick with me on this live stream. I know it was a little rough in the beginning when I didn't have the volume working, but I appreciate Nina for pointing that out to me. I appreciate everybody again who stopped by. Check out our One Piece chapter review with Shonen Showdown that Corey and I did. Stay tuned for Kimmy this week as she attempts to beat the first Kingdom Hearts game for the third time, I think. Again, she's really stuck on that Ansem boss. Thank you, Shade, again for stopping by. Riasat, Nina. Shade saying all my friends are feeling the same way about the last few chapters. Okay, all right, cool. At least I'm not the only one. And Shade, thank you for saying it's a W stream. Definitely don't think it was. Man, this is definitely my fault. But yes, thank you again for everyone who stopped by, and have a wonderful day.